Hi, I'm Mr. Rosengrant, and I am here with Megan Wysock, the Assistant Director of Admissions at Thaddeus Stevens College.
We have about 24 different associate degree programs. We have certificate programs, and we even have short-term programs as well. So our options, as I mentioned, associate degrees, certificates, and short-term programs. I will be talking a little bit more in detail about early enrollment. And one thing I just want to throw in here, the early enrollment program, students are only able to pursue the 2-year programs and the 1-year certificate programs. For these short-term programs, early enrollment is not an option. So the 2-year associate degrees, some things we like students to keep in mind. You're going to be a full-time student. Classes are going to be Monday through Friday. The majority of your classes are going to fall between the hours of 7:30 and 4:30 in the afternoon. Does that mean you're in class straight through? It does not. But for planning purposes, there's a class that starts at 7:30 in the morning, and you could be in class till 4:30 in the afternoon. I already mentioned we try to teach as hands-on as we can make it. We aim for between 50 to 75% of your day, your week, your year, your entire degree with us is hands-on. And it's a small class size, 25 students per program, and you actually take your courses in sequence with those other 24 students. So you're really developing a bond with your classmates as well. For the 2-year programs, we break them down into 3 different categories. First category is going to be our making category. You have automotive, collision, machining, diesel, metals, fab and welding, and welding. Diesel is actually our newest program. It will be brand new for this fall. Our new campus, the 5th location that I mentioned in the beginning, is actually going to be a transportation center where we will move automotive and collision to that facility, and then we are adding the diesel. So we're super excited about that. Then you have your building. This is kind of our bread and butter. We were Stevens Trade many years ago, so we still have a pretty significant amount of programs focused in the construction trades. Cabinet making, carpentry, HVAC, masonry, plumbing, and residential remodeling. Then you have our ever-growing category. This is the creating category. So this is where we really start talking tech. You have architecture, business administration, computer networking, software engineering, electrical technology, electronic engineering, electromechanical, also called mechatronics, engineering CAD, graphic communications, mechanical engineering, and water environmental. Another fun fact, our business program directly articulates to Millersville's business admin program for a 2+2 agreement. Early enrollment is a senior year option. So essentially your senior year of high school is your freshman year of college. They happen one and the same. We are the home base in that you take all of your classes with us on our campus. You have to study in a technical program. And then per our agreement with the school district, we work with the high school to identify what courses you need to receive your Donegal diploma. So maybe it's in English, maybe it's a history, and we give you those courses and it counts towards your high school requirement. There are obviously a couple of advantages to doing early enrollment. First is going to be you're getting to your end goal a year faster. Whatever that end goal may be. You're locked in for senior year, we know that. Within about a year's time of graduating from high school, you will have your associate's degree from Stevens. So whether you're going to the workforce, you're going to further your education, you are already a year ahead of others. You get a really nice reduction to tuition. And I think that it really is a big driving factor for a lot of students as to why they consider this option. Whatever standard tuition is, we slice it in half for early enrollers. There is some financial aid available. So here you're going to see our entire cost. We have a commuter and a resident breakdown. One thing about early enrollment, you are only able to commute. But if you are a senior considering Stevens, absolutely you can live on campus. You will see the breakdown. Room, meal plan is optional if you're commuting. One thing I will say about meal plans for my early enrollers, if you do elect to have one, it is at full cost. It is not also reduced by 50%. Both early enrollers and first-time freshmen are able to submit the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid. Early enrollers are technically eligible for any federal aid. early enrollers are not eligible for state aid. We have the Stevens Grant, which both early enrollers and first-time freshmen can potentially qualify for. So the Stevens Grant is easily one of my most favorite things about working at the college. It comes from FAFSA information, so it's really important for all students to file the FAFSA. When it comes to the Stevens Grant, you either receive this or you do not. There's no gray area. If a student receives the Pell Grant, they are going to receive the Stevens Grant. The Stevens Grant can potentially cover your entire cost of attendance, or it can drastically reduce the cost of attendance. The early enrollment process does include more things you have to submit. You have a separate online application, you have a fee waiver, high school transcript, a counselor reference form, and a teacher reference form. So there's actually 5 things that are required. And you have until March 1st to complete the entire process. Early enrollment offers and really all enrollment decisions for early enrollment are going to go out in early April. So for early enrollers, every early enroller gets a fee waiver.
If they decided after graduating from high school and they have those college credits and maybe they change their mind with what they want to do for the future, they could still attend a different school and transfer those credits in as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't have a ton of students who do that, but we have, 1 or 2 every year that would require withdrawing from our college. And then essentially you would be applying to the other college or university. And then in addition to whatever they want you to submit, you're definitely going to want to request an official Thaddeus Stevens transcript. So that way they see that first year and all of those college level courses that you completed.
All right. So there's still time this year for current juniors. That they can go on to the Stevens College website, stevenscollege.edu, or you can just Google Thaddeus Stevens early enrollment, and that'll take you right to that page as well. And it really spells it out there. When you scroll down, it really just shows you what to click on to do the different parts of the application. Definitely talk to your school counselor if that's something that you're interested in. And if you're a freshman or sophomore, this is the time to be thinking about that and being prepared for that, keeping your grades up so that you'll be eligible for that. I believe the cutoff is a 2.5 GPA still for the early enrollers.
You got it. It's a 2.5 that we're looking for. Does that mean everybody with a 2.5 gets in? It does not. But having that 2.5 will definitely guarantee you'll be fully reviewed and given full consideration for early enrollment.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today and tell us about these great opportunities for our students.
Thank you guys so much.